Welcome to This Explainer. Look, today we are unpacking a really powerful strategic playbook for business leadership. We're going to dive into how you can take foundational ethics, those concepts that usually just get brushed off as simply doing the right thing, and actually engineer them into a lasting, measurable market advantage. So let's just get right to it. As a business leader, you really have to ask yourself this one fundamental question. What actually transforms a casual, one-off shopper into a deeply loyal customer? Seriously, think about it. What truly bridges that massive gap between a single transaction and lifelong unwavering brand loyalty? It's like a giant puzzle every executive faces. And I'll tell you right now, the most successful ones out there definitely aren't just relying on guesswork. Well, the source material gives us a pretty definitive answer. And honestly, it might surprise you. The secret isn't some flashy new marketing campaign or even just having a top-tier product. No, the unexpected key to massive growth is implementing a robust, overarching system of ethical governance. It's all about how your company operates when absolutely no one is looking, and exactly how you treat people when things inevitably go wrong. Okay, so here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll be hitting 5 key areas. 1. Winning deep customer loyalty. 2. Customer centricity, solving actual needs. 3. Empathy, managing customer emotions. 4. Fairness and non-discrimination. And finally, 5. The strategic competitive advantage. Section 1. Winning deep customer loyalty. The ultimate goal of ethical customer management is winning long-term trust, right? We're not playing a short-term game here. This whole strategy rests on 4 structural pillars: customer centricity, empathy, fairness, and non-discrimination. When you integrate these directly into your daily operations, you literally transform casual shoppers into fiercely loyal brand advocates, building a rock-solid, sustainable brand image over time. Let's move to Section 2. Customer centricity, solving actual needs. Now, customer centricity, it's definitely not just throwing in a friendly return policy and calling it a day. It actually means completely re-engineering your entire business and your internal processes, so they revolve entirely around the customer's ease and the specific solutions they need. You have to go way beyond surface-level service. It's about actively empowering your teams so they can tackle literally any situation to deliver maximum value. And as a strategic leader, you've really got to spot the difference here. A company that is merely customer-focused is just trying to sell products that match a customer's surface-level wants. But a truly customer-centric company, they dig much, much deeper. They are obsessed with solving the actual underlying needs. By making that shift, you practically guarantee a positive experience that naturally builds an incredibly loyal customer base. Which brings us to Section 3, empathy, managing customer emotions. Look, I know empathy is one of those words that gets thrown around in corporate training constantly, but the source defines it in such a powerful way. It says empathy involves actively looking into the customer's mind and truly understanding the feelings and sometimes the agony they experience when facing an issue. When a customer hits a roadblock, choosing true empathy over just standard sympathy makes them feel deeply respected. It's an absolute game changer for managing their emotions and locking in their trust, even when they're dealing with a severe grievance. So how do we actually operationalize that? Your frontline teams need to be nailing 3 critical steps. Step 1, actively listen without making quick judgments. Just hear them out. Step 2, ask clarifying questions in a polite, genuinely helpful tone. And Step 3, provide instant, transparent solutions while summarizing the problem back to them so the customer knows for a fact they are understood. Do this, and empathy becomes a replicable business process, not just some corporate buzzword. Section 4, fairness and non-discrimination. Every single consumer has a fundamental right to fairness, period. Non-discrimination ensures that every individual is treated with absolute equality, regardless of age, gender, ethnicity, religion, or disability. But here's the catch. This ethical commitment cannot just be an HR checkbox buried on page 40 of an employee handbook. It has to be a highly visible, active policy living and breathing across your entire operational footprint. As a leader, you've got to enforce this fairness across 3 main touchpoints. First up is equal access. That means your products, your services, and those special promotional offers absolutely must be available to everyone without bias. Second is inclusive marketing. Your campaigns have to be culturally inclusive with zero discriminatory messaging. And finally, you need rigorous employee training on diversity and inclusion, making sure every single query is handled with the exact same level of courtesy. Finally, Section 5, the strategic competitive advantage. I absolutely love this quote from the source material because it really hits the nail on the head for our entire explainer today. Quote, when these four elements are combined, they create a powerful competitive advantage. See, ethics in business isn't just about doing the right thing so you can sleep well at night. It is a profound, structural, strategic advantage that your competitors are going to seriously struggle to replicate. Let's talk about the actual ROI here because it is massive. By guaranteeing fair policies and this intensely empathetic, customer-centric approach, you aren't just putting out fires and resolving complaints. You achieve sky-high customer satisfaction. But the real magic? It turns everyday buyers into a highly lucrative engine of vocal brand advocates. That organic positive word of mouth is quite literally the ultimate moat for long-term business stability. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I really want you to challenge your own leadership strategies with this one vital question. When a problem arises today in your business, what do your customers actually experience? Because at the end of the day, your customers are always going to judge you based on their real-time experiences, especially when things go wrong. Thanks so much for joining me.